this is just for fun. It doesn't really matter if it's bad. Hello, people of the internet. I'm back. And I'm doing the mid-year freakout tag. I think that's what it's called. I am aware that I'm like 2 months late for this. It's not the middle of the year anymore. But I wanted to do it, so I'm going to, because this is my channel and I make the rules. I've got the questions that I looked up. I don't know if they're the correct ones, but they're the ones I found, so they're the ones I'm going to use because I do what I want. Let's get started. First question is, best book you've read so far? I have to look at my Goodreads to see all the books I've read because I keep forgetting what books I've read this year. The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett, which tells the story of two mixed race girls in America and their stories. And Lanny by Max Porter, which I talked about in my lockdown reads video. And both of these were beautifully written. I definitely want to read something else by both of the authors. And I love both of them for different reasons. They're quite different books, but they were both very, very, very good. Both, I really liked them, and objectively, they're just that good. The second question is, the best sequel you've read so far this year would be Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray, because I really did not like the first book of the Diviner series at all, and I loved the second one so much that I was like, I have to finish this series right now. It was really good, and Henry and Ling became some of my favorite characters in that series, and I really, really thought their powers were quite interesting, and the way that book was written and the plotline I thought was very, very, very good. Number 3, new release you haven't read yet but want to. Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. I am excited. I have this one on reserve at my library, so whenever they get it, I will get it. I read both of Sally Rooney's other books and I really liked them. I think she's a very, very talented author. I think her books are very, very interesting to read, and the way that she examines people and their communication skills that are often somewhat lacking in our relationships. And so I'm very excited to read it. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I would say Beautiful World, Where Are You? But I already said that for the last one. I don't know if there is one. I'm not really up with the new releases. I always read books after they're popular. So, okay, I'm just gonna cheat and say Beautiful World, Where Are You again for that one. Because it is being released in the second half of the year. Because I'm making this video 2 months late. Question number 5, biggest disappointment. Everyone's gonna hate me for this, but Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I didn't like it. This one is raved about all on BookTube, so I was very excited. I had very high expectations. I know this one's very popular. Lots of people really like it. I'm sorry. I can see how it's good, I guess, but I just really didn't enjoy it. I do think, Talia Hibbert's a good writer and everything, but I just didn't like it. Something about it didn't really, pull me in. I didn't not like it. It just didn't live up to the expectations I had for it. Number 6, biggest surprise was Lanny by Max Porter, actually. Oh my god, Taffy. I apologize for my cat. She's complaining in the background. She wants to be let out, but she can't because she might get run over by a car. So she just needs to shh and deal with it. Wait, what was I talking about? Lanny, I didn't really have high expectations for. I read it because Ruby Granger recommended it in one of her videos. So I don't think it would be something I would pick up by myself, and I didn't really have any high expectations, but I loved this book so much. I think I read it in one day. It was so clever, and the way it was written was so interesting and engaging, and just really got you inside the heads of all the characters, and the way that he changed from all the different characters I thought was so good. Question number 7, favorite new author. Alice Oseman. I read all of her books this year for the first time, and I love them all so much. And I'm really, really excited for the Heartstopper TV series too. I haven't read the hard copies of the comic. I've read the online version, but I really want to get my hands on the hardback copies. I think my library has some, but I have other books I need to read first because I read it online. But yeah, I read all of her books. I really liked all of them. I really love her style of writing and how accessible it is and how realistic it is. Yay, Alice Oseman! Question number 8. Newest fictional crush? Trying to think of all the books I read this year and if I have. I think if I was gonna have one, it would be either maybe like Memphis or Sam from the Diviners series, just because I think I need to have a character throughout like multiple books. Newest favorite character? This is hard because I understand why you do this halfway through the year, because I'm trying to remember all the books I've read, because I've read so many. So I think my newest favorite character might be either Blue from the Raven Boys, because I finished off the trilogy at the beginning of the year, or Ling from the Diviners, because we love her. The only one who speaks the truth in the entire series and doesn't fluff around with nonsense. Or Nikolai from the Grisha trilogy. The only decent character in the Grisha trilogy. We love him. I'm also very excited to see how they depict him in the series, because I feel like it'll make his character even better. Number 10, book that made you cry. All the Bright Places by, I don't remember, by Jennifer Nevin made me cry. Book that made you happy. I don't know. I usually prefer books that make me suffer. Book that made me happy. The Raven Boys series. I really enjoyed reading them. Very fun time. Much appreciated. I felt a lot of feelings throughout them, but I think I really enjoyed reading that and had a really fun time reading that, so I'm just gonna say that. Because I think I felt happy at some times reading it. Most beautiful book you've bought this year or received? I haven't bought that many books this year. I usually read books I borrow from the library, but I think it would be Solitaire by Alice Oseman, just because I think this is the only book I bought this year, because it was the only Alice Oseman book my library didn't have. But I'm really happy because it ended up being my favorite Alice Oseman book, so I'm glad I have this one. And the cover's pretty too, so it counts. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? I have them right here. The Joy of Money, because I got this for Christmas last year, so I need to finish it before next Christmas. Also, it will be helpful to have the knowledge about money that this book has. I also need to finish this trilogy, and this book is so long. Every book Robin Hobb writes just gets longer. I am determined to finish it. I must finish it so that I can finish the trilogy. But those 2 books I must finish by the end of this year. Last question, favorite book community member. I'm gonna change this question and say my favorite booktuber I've discovered recently, and that would be Joel from Fictional Fates. I only discovered his channel like a couple of months ago or something, but I really love watching his videos, and I really love his bookshelves. They're really pretty, and I just like how he calls his audience besties. I like being called bestie. Especially in lockdown, makes me feel happy and like I have friends, because I haven't seen my friends in so many months. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Again, I'm well aware that I'm far too late on this tag, but I really wanted to do it. So I went, this is my channel, I make the rules, I'm gonna do it. No one really cares anyway, because no one really watches my videos, so I can do whatever I want. I hope you have a good day. I hope if you're in lockdown like me, you're doing okay, because I'm starting to really lose it. Thanks for watching!